Right, so what is up guys, SD Peasy here, and today we've got another video for you today. We're going to be talking about a very controversial and interesting topic that has recently resurfaced from onto the internet. It actually is something that took place in 2018, so this is not like new news, but there's a lot of new video footage and news that has come out about this, and a lot of people have been speaking about it recently. We've learned a lot of new things about the topic, and that is of course about the Wembley Cup incidents in 2018 involving the likes of Jeremy Lynch, man like Haks, Stephen Tries, and so on. So, obviously, this happened 2 years ago at the Wembley Cup. There was a bit of afters after the Wembley Cup. Jeremy Lynch in some interviews talking about some WhatsApp chat, basically just calling people out, making things difficult, basically being a knobhead when they won. They got beaten by XO in the group stage, which of course was a massive shock. XO was just basically built on a load of people who couldn't really play football. And F2 had a big reputation going into it. There was a lot of drama about whether their game got cut short and so on, and F2 kicked off. They threatened to ruin the whole tournament. And obviously when they won, a lot of people weren't like they weren't like, oh wow, congrats. They were just like, oh, alright, because they'd wound everyone up throughout the whole tournament. They'd made everyone's life difficult. And then when they took this to the bar after the game, it just got even worse. Their ego became so inflated, it was gross. And I must say, out of the F2, this isn't Billy. This wasn't from what you can see. This isn't Billy. This is a Jeremy Swaz Lynch himself, a special, as well as man like Haks, a complete knobhead really. I'm sure you guys have probably seen the video on Twitter or TikTok. It is circling and trending absolutely everywhere. The video that the footage has finally been released like 2 years later of what actually happened in that bar. So I know a lot of people made a lot of problems with it, and obviously. It all came from the idea of the diss tracks from Stephen Tries and the shit Batman song from Jeremy Lynch, which is all just warm-hearted banter. Been taken too personally. And the video, I'm not going to show it because I don't want to get copyrighted or anything, but I'm sure you've all seen it. You can see Haks and Jeremy basically going in on Stephen Tries, and Stephen Tries' dad and family are there trying to back him and so on. And hashtag Harry is trying to back it. And then just out of nowhere, true Geordie Brian just comes storming through, throws everyone to one side, goes straight into Haks' face, and he's like, I think you need to calm down, and kicks off basically. So I imagine at that point you saw Jeremy Lynch and man like Haks little trundle away into the corner and do a little run, because they probably pooed it, because Geordie is obviously absolutely massive. Also, of course, Stephen recently speaking about this on a podcast, obviously brought up what actually happened and how he was threatened with multiple things. It was that Jeremy especially has some sort of inflated ego, that every time someone insults him or someone does something that he doesn't believe in, he just automatically goes to social blade numbers or how much money he's got in his bank account now. He's a multi-millionaire. Like, no one cares. Like, yes, you've been successful, congratulations, well done. I actually like Jeremy Lynch's content. You probably, if you've never known him from F2, you knew him from TikTok, or you knew him from Instagram, or you knew him from... He creates good content, like his studio updates that I know a lot of people I know watch on Instagram are fantastic. His TikToks are quite creative and funny, because you don't really have to like convey your personality in a 15-second TikTok. Your personality doesn't need to come across. You can just be fake for 15 seconds, which it seems like he is. And he doesn't seem like a very good guy. There's a lot of allegations being thrown around on his name, and he's not saying a lot on it. He's keeping really quiet because there's a very high possibility these things are all true, and it is pretty disgraceful, some of the things he's being accused of. Obviously, like I say, Stephen spoke about it on Jack Mate's podcast. If you do want to go and see that, it's obviously on Jack Mate's Happy Hour channel, where he just speaks all about the situation with Jeremy Lynch and everything that happened. And obviously Spencer Owen, the owner and founder of the Wembley Cup, #United. Obviously, he did a podcast yesterday with his brother, Seb, and they were talking about the situation, about just their personal opinions of Jeremy and the situations they've been involved in with him, and the situation at the Wembley Cup. And they've also had some new light shed on the issues at the Wembley Cup sent to them by the EE team that they didn't talk about but did allude to that they will talk about in another video. So I'm sure there'll be more to come on this. But I just thought we should talk about it today while it was still doing really well. People were really talking about it. It was a really trending topic, and it just seems to me that they've just, Jeremy especially, and this is not a Billy thing, because Billy seems to be a genuinely nice guy. He works, all of his life is to basically devote to his wife, his kids, and his life and his family, and earn for his family. Whereas Jeremy seems to do everything he does as a bit of an ego flex, and to be able to go, look, I've got all my money, and I've got all my cars, and I've got all this, and look at my YouTube subscribers. And it's not like that. It shouldn't be like that. It's just a bit tragic. It's not personally something I rate. I don't like the behaviour. It's just something I don't vibe with. I don't like that at all. It'd be interesting to see whether he does respond to any of these allegations and actually says a word on them, see what happens. Because it'd be interesting to see what his thoughts on the situation are, and obviously what he believes is the real events and so on. Because obviously Stephen Tries is a nice guy. Stephen Tries is not the kind of guy that's going to cause a problem. He's a nice guy. He's a funny, nice guy of the internet. He's someone you'd want to be mates with. So I don't understand why you would be so negative towards him. It just seems a bit silly. It seems all very out of order. I'm very interested to see what obviously Spencer, this email from EE says, but obviously if you do want to see any of the content I've spoke about, it's obviously Jack Mate's podcast and Spencer Owen's podcast. You can find them both on YouTube. They're very easily findable. Pretty much, I'm pretty sure if you probably just type in Jeremy Lynch at the minute, they'll probably come up. But yeah, it's not looking good for him or Haks. And obviously this doesn't portray well on Billy either being associated with them, but we will see what actually happens. If you didn't know about this topic, if you learned something new today, drop a like on the video and subscribe if this is your first time around it. I believe today or tomorrow is the final day of 365 days of upload, and the best thing, in about the next hour, my brand new PC is going to be turned up at my house. Of course, we'll be doing an unboxing video, so look forward to that very soon, because this bad boy here, he served me well. This PC served me well. It's a very good PC. There's nothing wrong with it. It just cannot handle the workload I put it through nowadays. In terms of if it was just being used by a normal PC by anyone, then it would be perfectly fine. So if you are looking for a sort of starter gaming PC or starter just editing YouTube streaming kind of PC, very starter basic PC, then hit me up. I'm selling this one, obviously, or if you do think you know anyone who you think would want it, then just tag them in the comments or get them to follow my social medias and message me, because I will be selling it obviously very soon. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed. Thank you very much for watching. Drop a like on the video and let me know your thoughts on Jeremy Lynch in the comments. Thank you for watching.
I wanna take it all in, I'm falling. The cityscape by night, wanna catch in my photos. Where you go, every corner twice as bright. They'll be my treasures forever when I can't hold you.